We are back. Another episode of Path 7. Extremely ungrounded. This Virgo season has been a pain in the ass just beginning. As somebody who's ruled by Mercury, with it being so much mutable, like not mutable energy, but I don't even know what to call this shit, man. This shit has been tough. It's really, really tough. Just trying to stay grounded and find myself. Well, not find myself spiritually, but just metaphysically through a time where this shit is just so like ungrounded. And it's like I just want to take a second to just talk about how reality has become so, what's the word I want to use? It's like we become comfortable with reality being unstable and we escape. We just escape. And it's just like there's never going to be a place where people just like actually deal with it, because when they start to deal with it, they'll escape again. Then after they escape, they'll create a media which everybody can escape to and escape reality. So it's like, when is there going to be a point where where people actually deal with themselves? I'm not saying like you have to deal with yourself to run from anything, but just bruh, this shit is just like, this shit is really, it's not even the shit that's hitting the fan. It's just like, bruh, it's just like the more and more I think about what spirituality has become, and like a lot of people say it's a new age or old age. No, it's just being, bro. It's just being yourself, being authentic to yourself, and not being deterred by the energies that are around you. Not letting other people sway you upon your beliefs. Not letting other people sway you upon the things that you stand for or stand on. So it's like it's hard to really be authentic to yourself right now when we're getting so many like realities coming to us at time after time after time. And it's crazy because it's just so much lies, bro. So much distortion of realities, bro. And it's just like people want you to live in this energy that's just like it's not valid. It's not saying that the energy signature isn't valid, but the way that people collectively moving right now are not is not valid, because if you don't move with like a collective or a collection of people, people are going to like blame you for their own instabilities and their ability to not be like in the moment totally, and like it's forcing you to surrender because other people aren't willing to do the work that they're supposed to be doing. Like your job, your 9 to 5 is not even your 9 to 5. Your 9 to 5 should just be being honest to yourself and being in alignment with yourself. And like as I'm speaking, you can see my left eye is doing something that my right eye isn't. And it's just like it's crazy that like this has become reality. It's scary because like you don't know what's going to come next, and then like whatever's going to come next is going to be so much more transhumanism. It's going to be so much more like they already have us like really like in pod sleeping. So it's like what's next, like what's, because like even the metaphysical community is full of like people who are just lying, and it's just like nothing's real. Like nothing, we haven't had authentic connection with ourselves and with others for so long that it's just like, when do we find places that actually are valid and authentic to be ourselves? It's like so many people are running from who they are instead of like embracing all aspects of themselves. And like the multiverse is here to be explored, and most people are still under the aspect of seeing somebody and saying, oh, you're this person, you're that person. No, allow that person to their soul to develop so you can see who that person really is, and that's just a new or different version of yourself. So because people aren't really being true to the other versions of themselves, we're being led to places where we're forced to believe that everybody is a past remnants of the person you already knew or the person you already met. And it's like, nah, that's not the case. The case is that everybody you meet is a reflection of the state that you are in your reality. So like it's a perfect time to develop self, because right now self is all that we have. But a lot of people aren't developing that facet of themselves, so they're allowing themselves to rinse and repeat over and over. And a lot of people are going deeper into these voids of spaces that's not real. And you have so many people who are like awakening psychically, and they're like going to all this, not stuff, but they're being taught by people how to use like what's the term? remote viewing and they're watching you all the time, and it's just like, first off, you're invading my space, and on top of that, you're using abilities that should be stripped from you because you don't know how to properly use these things for good. Like when I remote view, it's like having a conversation with somebody and I'm recalling a space that I've either gone to, lived at, or just something I've experienced. People are remote viewing you to the point where they're able to like glance into like people's homes and like create pockets of energy where they can go in and out of, and you through glamour and shit. And it's just like at some point like the metaphysical community has to be held responsible because a lot of them are out of integrity, and they're trying to use a hierarchy of we like each other and this whole like clique thing to get off on that shit, and that shit's not cool because a lot of people aren't aware of the shit that people are doing, and then they'll blame me as a scapegoat, and it's just like, bro, you can't blame me for the things that you're constantly doing. Like if you people are like staging things and staging certain situations to see people's outcome, and they give you an authentic reaction, and it's not what you want, you can't lose. That's not chess, that's manipulation, because you want that person to be a certain way that you perceive or you deem to be respectful. So it's like people are really like exploiting like people's genuine love and care, and this is one of them times when I'm speaking from the heart, and I'm like, I'm coming from a place that like it's just crazy because people are like actually using like abilities that they do not like understand, and a lot of people are letting people get off on this shit. And it's just like, for me, I'm going so hard to like better the Wi-Fi of humanity so people can like tap into like God at the highest like ability and the highest source. But like since we're constantly being plagued by these people and these beings, it's not stopping. It's like, you know what I'm saying, it is a war, and I'm not backing down from the war, but I'm just saying like this shit has to be put on front screen and people have to see this shit, because if my life is so much in a glass house and being seen through something that is so transparent, other people have to be held to that same accountability, because I'm going like hard to like be political, and I'm not even like into politics or anything like that. Like I'm into like loving myself and then like showing people how it's possible to be true to yourself. And it's crazy because people really are like hiding in the dark, and when they come to the light, they're able to like put on a different energy and put it on a different source. And as I'm speaking and saying all this, these people are still like manipulating the situation so where they can get the outcome that they want. So it's like, it's hard to really say like everything that's going on, because we're still being placed into these pods or these glamour bodies, or our auras are being like, the mind is being like patterned or portioned off to get certain characteristics to arise. So when people say like walk-ins and things like that, it's not that you're a walk-in. It's a lot of people are using their ability to manipulate people, and these people are like able to go on like certain venues to certain spots and like glorify themselves as good people. It's like, bruh, if you're a good person, you're a good person just from the things you do from the heart, not doing community. It's not about community service, because that's nothing different from church and going to church and pretty much leaving and coming out and being the same person. So like what I'm saying is the hidden hand is always there. We can do nothing about it. But what I'm saying is like, yo, be aware of the energy you're putting off, because even if you lose, you can still, well, quote, you're never really losing because you show up. As soon as you show up, you win regardless. But even if you was to come to a situation, you will notice that that situation is already manipulated. All you can do is be authentic to yourself, be your greatest self, and then when you step away and walk away, it's like, well, damn, I gave it my best. I gave it my best interpretation for what I can be of the moment, and you walk away from it, because that's all you can honestly do, because the manipulation is everywhere, the gaslighting and everything that's going on, and like you can hear it in the background. And at the end of the day, this is nothing more than a space that you're living in. And as you're in this space, these people are calling and gossiping. Gossiping is a form of witchcraft, just by to say, and of using words to spell. So right now, when I see certain aspects of the different versions of myself, and I see people like, what is the word I want to use? When I see people showing me one of my family members, it's just like, damn, well, they're already calling on the phone and gossiping and doing the things that they already do. So what can I do to protect myself from these people, other than just sit here and just like be honest with myself? Because a lot of people, it's crazy, because we have nothing but space now, and it's like the earth isn't even grounded anymore. It's just like the best thing you can do is be so comfortable and grounded within yourself that you feel nothing but your spinal cord, and as you understand it, just you're going through an elevator, you're going through higher levels of consciousness and lower levels of consciousness throughout the day, periodically, and it's just like you have to be able to like meet somebody, meet them at their level of consciousness and go up, or meet them person at their level of consciousness and try to just send them higher, because that's all we really have is just this ability to live within ourselves at a level where we're authentic to ourselves, and like I can't change how the next person feels. I can only control my reaction to like being authentic to who I am and allow things to propel me forward, because I can't live in the light of other people. I can only live in the light of me. So as in saying that, it's all about just being able to like know that the hidden hand is everywhere, and like throughout it all you can only be your authentic self, because no matter what the matrix or this caste system, whatever you want to call it, it's always going to put you back in the box that you can't. It's not just you can't escape the box, but it's just reality, man. Like everybody's just like it's not an equal exchange. A lot of people are dumping different ultimatums or different versions of themselves back onto you. So it's like, how do I have a honest connection with somebody, and after that honest connection, like disperse the energy that we created from that aura that we just permeated or created ourselves. So just just stay consistent, man. Just be honest about your path and allow your path to propel you to the different timelines that are out here, and just find ways to stay above it, man. Because this, like I said, like it's just higher and lower levels of consciousness. That's all it is. Just people are going up, some people are going down, but it's not even that people are going up and down. It's just you are who you are, and you meet people and you try to like bring them up, and you just that's your whole point of just meeting people and giving them a good experience that they can live and walk off of. And that's pretty much it. So just just be consistent with who you are and just keep striving to be better. On and out.